All right, Coach, you got an opening statement?
Yeah, senior night, wow, we had a bunch of guys. I'm proud of how we've figured out a way to come together. Now, we haven't had our best results. We started off really well. We've had a lot of things happen. And, you know, like I tell our guys, no one really needs to know about this or hear or even care, other than they just want to see you compete and play hard. I thought tonight we turned the ball over early, left some opportunities, could not put the ball in the basket, but clearly we battled and we fought. So, you know, I'm just proud of the seniors. I wish they would have went out a little bit better, but we do have an opportunity next week to play. So we have to focus in on that on next week now. Turn the page.
Coach, you've talked a lot about low post scoring this year, and that's been a point of progress from really the start of the season. Obviously not a great offensive game tonight, but JT Langston 9 points, Kai Burdick with 9 points as well. Do you feel like those guys are taking those sorts of steps forward going into Tuesday in St. George?
Well, we got a lot of work to do in the offseason to improve. And as long as they keep the right attitude and show up, which they've never, my guys we've always had the right attitude. Now we have to help them. But seeing JT attack the rim, that's just positive. I thought Kai's post up underneath the rim was a major step forward. We've been on him about not hiding away from the basket, not waiting for this backside lob that's never coming. Come and make a presence. Yeah, there's some sides there, but you know, when you look at Moncrief, who doesn't shoot it but attacks and gets to, we got to figure out, can we get some guys to do half of that, right, and build on it. So, yeah, there were some positives there, but not enough.
Coach, defensively, you guys held the Redhawks to 32% shooting for the game. What did you see from the team defensively, especially as shots weren't falling on the other end?
Well, you know, last year's team we were a poor defensive team, and we were a good offensive team. That's what the numbers analytics say. This year we were excellent at one point defensively, and we become a very good team. And the analytics say we're very good. We make teams miss the first one. It's just the second one sometimes that bothers us throughout the year. So we figured out a way, believe it or not, to be a very good defensive team. Offensively, we've struggled, and a lot of that is because we don't have certain bodies out there, combinations that will make things a little easier for us. But we just have to make sure that we get our guys that are returning better, and we have to address some major holes in what we do in recruiting, and that's just being honest. So we'll get our guys better, and then we'll find guys to fill these major holes, and that will help us. At the end of the day, you can't put the ball in the basket for them. The one thing that's constant is defense. I thought throughout the year, outside of some transition things, we were pretty consistent defensively. It's just offensively, we have to help our guys. So we do that by getting them better and in recruiting.
Coach, obviously the missed shots contribute to this, but Seattle, you had a season high 58 rebounds in this game, 23 offensive with that game against Utah Tech on Tuesday coming up. What's the message to your team about the importance of getting after it on the glass?
Yeah, we had been one of the best offensive rebounding teams, and then we got a little shook. We were giving up a lot of transition points, so we start pulling guys back. So a lot of that lends to some of the defensive rebounding. I just think, you know, it's like everyone in the end of the year, you get a little tired, but when you're missing a lot of shots, there's rebounds to get. We don't get a lot of rebounds. The turnover is too high, 14. So if we put the ball in the basket, we're missing, or we're rebounding some of those misses, then that helps. We didn't quite do that, but their length, their size and length really helped them with the offensive rebounding.
Brock Felder tied the single season record tonight, and we'll have a chance to break it in the next game for block shots in a season. You know, from where he was as a freshman to where he's at right now, we'll talk about just kind of the growth that you've seen from him.
Yeah, great accomplishment. The young man that came in as a walk-on, now he's a starting scholarship player for us, has a lot of major minutes, and now has set a school record. That's awesome. Now we continue to work, Brock, continue to develop him, add an offensive game to that. Now we have a basketball player, so that's what I'm looking forward to with Brock.
Awesome.
Any just kind of final thoughts going into Tuesday's game?
Well, I think the thoughts of this, we have to figure out a way to get better, get healthy, to feel good. That's our key. So we have to be intentional these next days. I'm not taking any days off on trying to get ourselves to feel mentally and physically better. We're going to do that. And then in that meantime, we've got to look at some film, see if we can figure out a few actions that can help our guys on the offensive end. Clearly, if Dom's feeling better, if Jameer has another option out there with him, that helps him as well. So that's what we have to do. So we're going to spend these next 4 or 5 days to get our mental and physical ready. That will be huge for us. So we don't have a game on Saturday. We have to take advantage of that.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.